alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful. Now with today's main headlines. At least 300 Senegalese migrants missing at sea. UN experts call on Saudi Arabia to release 2 women detained over tweets. Rare Quran's Shia exegesis books displayed at annual book fair in London. "22 ISIS terrorists arrested by Turkish police in capital." Assalamu alaikum dear viewers, this is Hussein Jawad and you're watching Shia Waves live from Imam Hussein TV 3 from London. An official with Walking Borders and said Sunday that 3 boats carrying more than 300 irregular migrants have gone missing in the Atlantic Ocean. Helena Malino, the migrant aid group spokeswoman, said the boat left 15 days ago from Senegal for Spain's Canary Islands. There were around 200 irregular migrants on one of the boats, around 65 on the second boat and 60 on the third, which reportedly departed from the village of Kafatoun in southern Senegal, added Ms. Melino. She noted that the families of the migrants are concerned about their well-being. Officials suggest that irregular migration from North Africa coast to the Canary Islands has been one of the most used routes in recent years, with the flow being higher, especially in summer. According to recent figures from the United Nations International Organization for Migration, IOM, at least 559 irregular migrants died while trying to reach the Canary Islands in 2022, including 22 children. However, Walking Borders report insists that the number of irregular migrants who lost their lives on the route last year was 1,784. According to a report monitored by Shia Waves agency on Saturday, UN experts called for a release of 2 Saudi women who are sentenced for dozens of years over posts on social media platforms. The court's decision to imprison Salma al-Shihab and Noor al-Qahtani was held last year to be an example on the oppression and injustice Saudi is going through, which Mohammed bin Salman is attempting to modernize. The experts who are affiliated to the Office of the United Nations High Commissioner for Human Rights said in the report released on 19th of June that al-Shihab and al-Qahtani are detained arbitrarily and the appropriate compensation is to release them. The report stressed the importance of giving them the right to claim compensation for the harm they suffered in accordance with the international law. It also referred to substantiated proofs which prove that al-Shihab was subjected to ill treatment during her detention. Al-Shihab, who is a Shia citizen, was pursuing her PhD in Britain when she was arrested in 2021 upon her visit to her country, while al-Qahtani, a mother of 2, was sentenced to 45 years in prison last year following accusations that she had tweeted a defiance of King Salman and his son. The British capital, London, has hosted an annual rare book fair with more than 100 book displays stands, particularly specialized in old books, Quran manuscripts and Shia books on Quran exegesis that worth millions of dollars. Media outlets followed by Shia Waves agencies said that the fair is organized annually in London, where rare manuscripts are in display. Is an figurative and metaphorical phrases in the Quran written by Sharif al-Radi, a Shia scholar. It is the first independent work regarding Quranic metaphors and figurative speeches. The sources pointed out that this copy, which dates back to 400 after Hijrah, is estimated to be worth more than 120 bin Musa al-Sini from Greece. Let us remind our respected viewers of today's main headlines. UN experts call on Saudi Arabia to release rare Quran Shia exegesis books displayed at annual book fair in London. Also tonight, closures. Turkish police have arrested 22 foreign nationals affiliated with the Daesh/ISIS terrorist organization during an anti-terror operation in the capital of Ankara. Security sources said on Monday police teams conducted an anti-terror operation. A spokeswoman for the city government confirmed the international assault case took the lives of one teacher, two parents, and three students. The 25-year-old suspect, surnamed Wu, is said to have used a knife in the attack. China has seen violent attacks in schools in recent years, with over 50 individuals killed and several more wounded. The Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations, FAO, predicted that the Middle East and North Africa region will become the second largest importer of food in the world in 2032. According to FAO, estimates East Asian countries are now the largest food importers in the world. FAO reported published in a collaboration with the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development says that the cost of food imports in the Middle East and North Africa region will increase by an average of 30% by 2032 compared to 2020 and 2022. A US drone strike in eastern Syria killed a Daesh/ISIS leader. confirmed the United States Central Command, CENTCOM, on Sunday. A statement by CENTCOM Commander General Michael Kurilla said the strike that targeted Daesh/ISIS chief Osama al-Muhajir was carried out on July the 7th. No civilians were killed in the drone raid. CENTCOM said that US military officials insist that Daesh/ISIS remain a threat not only to the region but well beyond. Heavy rain brought about extreme flooding in New York's Hudson Valley, killing at least one person, flooding roadways and forcing road closures on Sunday night. A woman in her 30s is reported to have drowned after being swept away while trying to evacuate her home, which was surrounded by water and damaged by dislodged boulders. The slow-moving storm pounded the area with up to 20 centimeters, 8 inches of rain, causing tens of millions of dollars in damage, officials said. Several people were missing and one home was washed away, according to the New York governor, Kathy Hochul. Local officials have urged residents in the line of storm to stay off the roads and warning that the amount of water is extraordinary and it's still very dangerous. It's still a very dangerous situation. We have reached the end of today's Shia Waves show. Let's remind our dear viewers of today's main headlines. At least 300 Senegalese migrants missing at sea. UN experts call on Saudi Arabia to release 2 women detained over tweets. Rare Quran Shia exegesis books displayed at annual book fair in London. "22 ISIS terrorists arrested by Turkish police in capital." New York, heavy flooding leaves one drowned and forces roads closure. You can view the latest news on our Shia Waves website and can send news of your city or country to be published in our news agency. Contact us on the numbers at the bottom of the screen. This is the end of today's news. Thank you very much for watching. We pray to Allah Almighty to hasten the reappearance of the mass of our time. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
السلام عليك يا حجة الله في أرضه السلام عليك يا عين الله في خلقه السلام عليك يا نور الله الذي يهتدي به المهتدون ويفرج به عن المؤمنين السلام عليك أيها المهذب الخائف السلام عليك أيها الغني المنصف السلام عليك أيها المهذب الخائف السلام عليك أيها الغني المنصف السلام عليك يا سفينة